Every human interaction happens in or according to frames of both the interacting persons. Your frame places you in a particular position, and the whole interaction happens according to that frame. The person with whom you are interacting might not accept your frame at first. She even might try to break it or destroy it. But if you are able to maintain your strong frame, she will accept and submit to it eventually. A frame is a general focus or direction that provides an overall guidance for thoughts and actions during an interaction. And when you interact with girls, your frames are both clashing, and you need to maintain your frame. On the other hand, a metaframe determines the overall underlying meaning of the interaction. You can think of the metaframe as a giant frame which all of the other frames fit inside of. Imagine a guy goes up to a girl in a bar and says, "You are so beautiful." And the girl rudely responds, "Yay yay, now go buy me a drink." He responds by saying, "Sure, anything you want, sweetheart." Now imagine another guy going up to a girl and chatting her up. After a few minutes the girl says, "Buy me a drink." To which the guy chuckles and says, "Is that your best pickup line? You struck me as someone more creative than that." What is different about these two examples? The difference is that in the first example, by the guy responding to the rude girl's request to buy her a drink, he is allowing the following frames to be set. 1. That he is a pushover, since he is rewarding her rude behavior. 2. That he must be the one who is interested in her, not necessarily the other way around. 3. That he is trying to get her to stay and talk with him. Put in other words, this is how he is allowing the underlying meanings of his behaviors and actions to be defined. Unfortunately, the frames he has set both imply and fit inside her metaframe. That she is the prize, that he is trying to win her over, etc. This metaframe is unlikely to lead to this guy getting the girl. But the second guy maintained his frame strongly, which means he is the prize, and the girl has to do something extra to win his attention or respect. Now she may or may not fall into his metaframe. But even if she doesn't, he is conveying the message that he is unwilling to buy into her metaframe. This is very, very important. When a girl says something rude to you and you buy into it being true, you are in her frame. When you say something to a woman, and she buys into it, she is in your frame. But none of this is objective reality. It is just what a person accepts as their subjective reality. Controlling a metaframe. Step 1. Set the metaframe. The first step to controlling a metaframe is to set the metaframe. If you do not set the metaframe and define the overall underlying meaning of the interaction, the girl will define it for you. Letting a girl be the one to define the overall underlying meaning of your interaction with her, or letting her set the metaframe, will drastically decrease your chances of getting her or sleeping with her. So your metaframe must means that 1. You are the prize. 2. She is trying to get you to like her or trying to win you over, whether it be in the sense of attraction, acceptance or validation. 3. She wants you so bad that she is trying to make you sleep with her. 4. The both of you are going to sleep together, but only if she lives up to your standards and expectations. Step 2. Assume the metaframe in advance. A big part of setting frames is assuming the metaframe with a girl before you even talk to her. This means that if I'm in a bar and spot a really beautiful girl, before even approaching her, I will tell myself that no matter how she reacts to me, I'll know that the underlying meaning of our interaction is going to be this. 1. I am the prize. 2. She is trying to get me to like her or trying to win me over, whether it be in the sense of attraction, acceptance or validation. 3. That she wants me so bad that she is trying to make me sleep with her. 4. The both of us are going to sleep together, but only if she lives up to my standards and expectations. Put another way, I assume before even talking to her that the underlying meaning of all of her behaviors and actions when I'll do talk to her will fit into my metaframe. What I'll recommend you doing is rehearsing our definition of the metaframe in the same way that you would rehearse affirmations. This way you will condition yourself to automatically assume the metaframe before even interacting with a girl. Step 3. The art of not choosing her. Deep down most somewhat too really attractive girls assume that most men would sleep with them in a second if they had the opportunity. They assume in most cases that they are choosing, or better yet, accepting, the guy, and that he is just going along for the ride. When most of the beautiful girls find themselves attracted to a man, instead of approaching him, they will do things to get him to notice them, hoping that he will approach them. This is a brilliant frame because even though they were the ones who were originally interested in the guy, they turn it around by making it up to the guy to try to win them over. And the guys who fall victim to their frame are seen as needy guys who are desperate. For these reasons, it is my feeling that when a man first meets a girl or woman, one of the best things he can do is to not choose or accept her before she has a chance to decide if she is going to choose him. This is one of the best ways to set our metaframe. 1. That you are the prize. 2. That she is trying to get you to like her, or trying to win you over, whether it be in the sense of attraction, acceptance or validation. 3. That she wants you so bad that she is trying to make you sleep with her. 4. The both of you are going to sleep together, but only if she lives up to your standards and expectations. This will make him self-assured and confident enough to start the interaction as a king, as the boss. I will post a separate post devoted to this. You might get its link in the description in a few days. Step 4. Setting frames that implicate the metaframe. As we have already discussed, frames are the underlying meaning of behaviors and actions, and frames implicate the metaframe. Put in other words, the way in which the underlying meanings of people's, whether it be yours or the girl's or both, behaviors and actions get defined, implicates an overall underlying meaning of the interaction. What this means is that you need to be conscious of how you set frames. That is, how you define the underlying meaning of the behaviors and actions of both you and the woman you are interacting with. There are probably countless frames or ways of defining the underlying meaning of behaviors and actions that imply or fit inside of our meta frame. Here are some of the ones that I'll use. 1. Framing one or more of her actions, behaviors, or things about her as meaning that she is not good enough for me or cannot handle me. This implicates that I am the prize, and that I might not go for her because she falls short of my standards and expectations. 2. Framing one or more of her actions as her being interested or trying to pursue me. This implicates that I am the prize, that she is trying to win me over, that she wants to sleep with me, etc. 3. Framing one or more of her behaviors or actions as her being a little crazy. When a woman is trying to get you to buy into a frame and you view it as her saying something really out there, or as something that has no place in objective reality, it inoculates the frame and lets her know that you are unwilling to buy into it. 4. When framing her behaviors, actions, or something about her as meaning that she lacks class, it implicates many great things, one of which is that I am the one who is the prize in the interaction. 5. Framing her behaviors, actions, or something about her as meaning that she is socially inept, it implicates lots of good stuff. One is that since I am cool and she is socially inept, I get to judge her behaviors, but since she is socially inept, she is ill fit to judge mine. 2 is that it sets me up as being the one who is the prize in the interaction. 6. Accusing her of not really living the life that she wants to live, or accusing her of being envious of me. Both of these are great ways of implicating that I'm the one who is the prize. 7. Framing some of her behaviors, actions or things about her as meaning that she is a little creepy. This one can be used to implicate that she wants me but that I would never go for her because she falls short of my standards and expectations. 8. Framing some of her behaviors, actions, or things about her as meaning that she is a sleazeball. This is another great way to implicate that she wants me but that I'm not so sure if she will live up to my standards and expectations. 9. Framing her behaviors and actions as being rude or insensitive. This implicates that she is not living up to my standards and expectations. Notice that many of these frames are the frames that women set with guys. So, I am taking many of the frames they use to turn guys into frustrated, pathetic beggars on them. This is extremely powerful, especially if you can get them to laugh while you are doing this. As Al mentioned earlier, when they are laughing, their guard is down, meaning that they are more apt to go along with the frames you are setting. This is really a fundamental and powerful stuff. So, next time, when you are with or around a girl or a number of girls, have this frame thing in your mind. But why girls only? Have this during all your human interactions. You will be surprised to discover after some time that you don't need to remember or try it. It has become an integral part of your reality, your personality.